Did you know why Eastern State Penitentiary is one of the most haunted places in the world? Its story begins in 1829, nestled in the heart of Philadelphia. Conceived as a radical approach to prison reform, this fortress-like institution was designed to inspire penitence, a deep regret in the hearts of its inmates. Its architecture was as unique as its purpose, featuring a revolutionary wagon wheel design with a central hub from which the prison wings extended like spokes. But what truly set Eastern State Penitentiary apart was its novel concept of solitary confinement. Prisoners were kept in isolation with only a Bible for company in the belief that solitude would lead them to repentance. Yet this isolation often led to psychological distress, creating an atmosphere of despair that seemed to seep into the very stones of the building. The birth of Eastern State Penitentiary set the stage for a chilling tale of suffering and mystery. As years rolled by, Eastern State Penitentiary became a living nightmare for its occupants. The conditions within these stone walls were far from humane. It was a place where hope was lost and despair reigned. The penitentiary was designed for solitary confinement, a practice that was believed to provoke penitence, hence the name penitentiary. However, the reality was quite different. Inmates were kept in complete isolation, seeing no one but the guards who brought their food and the occasional visitor who dared to venture into this house of despair. They were not allowed to speak or even make eye contact with another human being. This extreme form of solitude led to high rates of insanity among the inmates. The mind, when denied any form of stimulus or interaction, begins to create its own realities, often manifesting in hallucinations and severe mental health issues. In addition to the mental torture, there were physical punishments that were nothing short of barbaric. The infamous water bath treatment, for instance, involved dousing prisoners in freezing water and then leaving them outside in the bitter cold until ice formed on their skin. There was also the iron gag, a device clamped onto the tongues of prisoners, causing immense pain and often leading to severe blood loss. Death was a frequent visitor within these walls. Many inmates succumbed not only to the harsh punishments but also to the rampant diseases that spread in the unhygienic conditions. It was not uncommon for the guards to discover lifeless bodies in the solitary cells during their routine checks. The echoes of their torment, the residual energy of their suffering, seemed to seep into the very stones of the penitentiary. The walls bore silent witness to the horrors that unfolded within, absorbing the despair, the anguish, and the cries of those who were trapped in this living nightmare. The dark years of Eastern State Penitentiary were filled with such immense suffering and cruelty that they left an indelible mark, a haunting aura that lingers even today. These dark years embedded a haunting aura into the very walls of Eastern State Penitentiary. In 1971, the gates of Eastern State Penitentiary closed for good, but some say its spectral inhabitants are far from gone. The once bustling prison transformed into a ghostly shell, its silence occasionally pierced by the chilling echoes of its past. Visitors and staff alike began to report eerie phenomena. Tales of spectral figures glimpsed in the corner of the eye, of unexplained sounds that reverberate through the cold, deserted corridors. This haunted reputation soon attracted a different kind of inhabitant, paranormal researchers. Drawn to the prison's dark history and the prospect of a spectral encounter, they flocked to the penitentiary, their experiences only adding to the growing collection of ghostly tales. Sightings of apparitions increased, whispers of the past grew louder, and the line between the living and the dead seemed to blur within the prison's walls. As the prison's notoriety grew, so did its allure. The penitentiary transformed once more, this time into a tourist attraction. Visitors now walk the same halls where prisoners once languished, drawn by the chilling tales of the prison's haunted past. Today, Eastern State Penitentiary stands as a chilling reminder of its tormented past, echoing with the whispers of those who once lived and suffered within its walls. So, what makes Eastern State Penitentiary one of the most haunted places in the world? Well, it all begins with its history, its inception, the dark years of harsh punishments, and the immense suffering that took place within its austere walls. This former prison, now silent and closed since 1971, echoes with the residual energy of its past. Now, let's not forget the reported paranormal activities. Sightings of spectral figures, unexplained sounds, and the eerie experiences shared by visitors and staff alike. These occurrences have led to the penitentiary being featured in numerous paranormal TV shows, attracting ghost hunters and researchers from all corners of the globe. The authenticity of these hauntings is a topic of ongoing debate. Some dismiss these as mere products of imagination, while others firmly believe in the prison's haunted nature. The staff at the Eastern State Penitentiary may not claim the prison is haunted, but they do run a haunted attraction, adding fuel to the fiery debate. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, one thing is for sure. The Eastern State Penitentiary holds a chilling tale within its walls that continues to captivate the world.